that kids should do restorative practice because we want to make this community a better place and this school district.
And I think restorative practices are important because, like, it gives students like each student a voice, so they don't never feel like they're down or they can never have somebody to talk to.
I feel that restorative practices are important because teachers don't really understand like what could a kid be going through, why kids argue, why they do what they do. And restorative practices can sometimes help teachers understand why kids are doing what they're doing, and what's going on at home. And then it's also to build relationships between staff and students as well.
And I feel as though restorative practices should be used more often because lots of students feel as though they can't trust teachers or they just don't like teachers even though they don't truly know the teachers. The majority of the times it's just the teachers are trying to make the best of their students, but the students are causing issues which the teachers don't even know their problems. So on both sides, there's something that one or the other does not know. And restorative practices brings them together so they can talk about each other's problems and conflicts in order to make it so that things are equal and they'll understand each other more often.
And I believe restorative practices are good because they help kids learn how to express how they really feel about things while being comfortable at the same time.
Restorative practices are important because they make sure that every voice is heard and everyone has an equal place in a conversation.
I think restorative practices are important because it helps people feel comfortable about speaking out their opinions.
I think that restorative practices should be done in school so that teacher-student relationships are built and they're strong.
And I feel like restorative practices should be used in schools because it brings more peace and prosperity to each school, and young men should be using these in schools because it could end violence.
As if the restorative practices were important because it helped other students learn different values and how it helped them in life.
Teachers and adults should do it because they hold in a lot of frustration because they have to deal with us students every day, and I know it's sometimes frustrating, but if they were to try the circle, it probably give them some relief or help them get their mind off,
I think people should use restorative practices in school because it can resolve a lot of problems in school. I know for myself, I use it a lot with outside school and in school, and I tell a lot of people about what we do.
I think it's a good alternative to the current solution that we have, and it allows for a more peaceful way of solving the issue more directly at hand.
And I think restorative practices should be inputted into schools because it provides a sense of community as well as a system that students can use to benefit from their own problems.
Restorative practice helped me as before I would get upset about an issue and then I would just stop doing it altogether. But then if I just sit down or if I had a problem between another student or another teacher, instead of just going at them, I really think about it, or I go to them and say, I felt this way and I feel you just tell them how you feel instead of reacting.
I believe that restorative practices tend to be a lot less punitive and less zero tolerance policy, and I think that what a lot of adults fail to realize is that they can help both the students and themselves in the long run.